So I was telling you how the wine is made in honor of my Twentywine birthday, and it just kind of reminded me of the saying "it's a process" and how true that statement really is. Even though it's cliche, like it's very true, right? Because before a wine is ever produced, it has to go through like so many different stages, and all those stages are necessary, right? So for example, like where the grapes are grown, the winemakers are so intentional about this, so they will make sure that it grows in like the perfect soil, because a bad soil will ruin the final product, which is the wine. And God is the same way. He's exactly the same way. Like he's intentional about the people we grow around. So sometimes he will like remove certain people from your life and then replace them. And then after where the grapes are grown, like the winemakers now pick, like they will pick the grapes, but they will pick it like at a specific time. So it cannot be too early, but it cannot be too late either. And then after that, it goes to sorting. So they will remove like the unwanted grapes, right? And then after that, it goes to crushing. And this is hard, because the crushing part is when like the grapes has been completely transformed from grapes into liquid, and it can never go back to being a grape again. So like in real life, when God is like crushing you, it can be so difficult, because you're like, who is this new person? Like, I don't understand, like, why is all these things happening to me, But the crushing has to happen, because it is through the crushing that you realize that you can be much more. Like, you don't know that you can be a wine unless you get crushed. The grapes has to be crushed to produce wine. And then after the crushing, it goes to fermentation, And then after the fermentation process, it has to be filtered. And then after the filtering, before it can now go into a bottle to serve its purpose. So, like, it's a lot. It's a lot that has to go on before wine can be wine, you see. And so God does the same thing with us. So it is important to be patient, and it is important to not give up, to know that God knows what he's doing. Every delay, every pressure is necessary, and God really is working behind the scenes. And you have to trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process, okay?